Hey guys, welcome to our SoulFam Podcast, where I interview space holders from all over the world. But today, I'm not going to interview anyone. Today, I'm going to speak to you by myself. My name is Karolina, and I'm the manifestation mentor and connection catalyst. And today, I would love to speak to you about manifestation secrets, because there's a lot of people who are talking about manifestation, who are talking about how to bring your dreams into reality. But actually, for most of the people, it doesn't really work. We don't see many people living their dream life, right? And I really believe, I truly believe that everyone has power to manifest their dream life. It's just that they need to learn how to do it. They need to learn the tricks of manifestation, as I call them. And I made a bunch of videos about it, manifestation tricks on YouTube. So if you type connection catalyst manifestation trick, you're gonna see all of them. There are 8 of them. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them just in a shortcut today. But if you want to know more, just go to my YouTube channel. But I would love to start with a little story about manifestation so that you know that I have proof of these tricks, of these secrets that I used in my life, and it actually really works. So I would love to tell you a story about how I developed my profession, how I became a coach, how I became a healer, how I became a manifestation mentor and connection catalyst. And this story is really crazy because I already shared it on some of my content, but today I want to go more into detail. So I would love to tell you how meeting one person changed my entire life and entire career. So I've been into spirituality and self-development and meditation for the last 8 years. I had my spiritual awakening 8 years ago, and it started from a psilocybin experience when I felt like I'm just unconditional love, unconditional happiness, and I felt like I'm the soul, I'm the higher self embodied in the human form. And it was just insane how much love and happiness I was able to feel that I've never felt before. It was just incredible. And since then, I was on my path to discover how to feel like this in everyday life, not only on the substance, but what to do to bring myself into the state of higher consciousness, of expanded consciousness in everyday life. And so I was studying power engineering at that time of awakening. I actually just finished my bachelor, and I was about to go study the Sustainable Energy Masters in Copenhagen. But I had my spiritual awakening in between. So actually, I realized that what I'm studying is not really my path. It's not really what I want to do in my life. And I started digging deeper into my personality, into my soul, into meditation. Then I stopped, using chemicals in everything. I stopped using shampoo with SLS or other, chemical stuff. I stopped using foods that are with a lot of chemicals in it. I started only drinking fresh juices or water or tea, only healthy things. I stopped eating meat as well. And I just really did everything in my power to bring my consciousness to the higher realms and to manifest the things in my life that I desire. And so for some time, I was just looking for my path. And then I was lucky enough to actually, I decided to take a gap year at my university in order to do fasting, because I knew a person who did a 3 weeks fast, and then they were only on liquids, and I wanted to do the same. So I took a gap year at my university after 1 semester because I was like, sustainable energy is not my mission. It's not my purpose here. So I took a gap year to really just dive deep, to go into plant medicine, to go into fasting, to discover myself. And fasting was super powerful for me. The 3 weeks fast changed my life completely because I got access to the Reiki energy, to prana. I got access to my crown chakra after 3 days of dry fast. When I was meditating, inhaling the prana, I really could feel the energy from the top of my head coming to my whole body, my whole spine, and my whole being. So I was like, okay, I don't need to eat. That's great. And then afterwards, I was on liquids for 6 months, and that really increased my sensitivity. So I drank just like 1 juice or 2 juices, 1 tea, 1 cacao, maybe 1 coffee at the time. I still drank coffee and some water, and no like smoothies or cream soups, just liquid stuff. And it was incredible because it increased my sensitivity to my spirit, to life, but also just to the energy in my physical body. That was really, really good. But so let's get to how I became a manifestation mentor. So when I came back to study, and I only came back because I said to the universe, okay, universe, look, if I'm meant to come back to study, I'm going to go to Singapore for an exchange. And if I'm meant to do that, just give me the exchange, the student exchange, where I can go to Singapore, study there, and give me the funds for that from the university. And so I got accepted to Singapore, and the university got some funds for me. So I was like, okay, the universe wants me to be there. That's amazing. Let's explore how they treat spirituality in Singapore. So then I went to Singapore for 1 semester, and I barely studied there. Honestly, I had classes like once a week. It was amazing. And I just traveled like all around in between classes. It was really, really incredible. And then, because I didn't want to be in Denmark, it was a little too cold for me, I decided to do a semester in Australia. And in Australia, when I was writing my thesis there, my master thesis, I met my ex-partner, Ricky. Much love to Ricky if you're listening to it. He's been incredible on my journey. And when Ricky met me, I started developing him spiritually. I showed him plant medicine. I showed him what I know about spirituality. And then we started being together. And he was like, you are a healer. You're not meant to do this, sustainable energy engineering. You're meant to do sustainable energy for humans, sustainable human energy. And so I did an NLP course with him. I got trained in NLP, and I did 2 Reiki courses in Australia. But I still wasn't feeling like, okay, this is my path. Like, this is what these methods are really what I want to do. I still was feeling like it's amazing, but I felt like I'm meant for even more. And so Ricky was like, you're meant to be a healer. I'm going to support you financially and in whichever way I need to support you, but you're meant to start a path and have a business that is based on healing. And I'm like, okay, I was just filled with gratitude towards him for enabling me to do it, for his support in business and just as a human. And thanks to him, I actually have my own business. I don't know if I would be on the path of having my own business if it wasn't for him. So massive gratitude to you, Ricky. Thank you so much if you're listening to it. It's been incredible to be supported by Ricky on this path. And then as I was in Australia, just before I met Ricky, once my flatmate came home and he was like, hey, so there's this girl that needs a place to stay because she's not feeling really good in her place. Can we have her over? And then we were like, yeah, sure. Let her stay with us for a few days. And she came to our place. And then one day she told me, oh, I'm going for this workshop of Teal Swan. And Teal Swan is my #1 spiritual mentor. And I was like, what the hell? Teal Swan has workshops in person here in Melbourne? That's amazing. And so I was like, okay, I'm going. And then this skyrocketed my growth, because on this workshop, I discovered that Teal Swan has a training for completion process, which is her modality for working with people and helping them go through the trauma, through child healing, and just really releasing emotions in the way that you get to the core, to the original memories of every feeling that you have. So it's a deep, deep healing. And so it was so incredible because that year, during New Year's Eve, I wrote in my notebook that I would like to become a completion process certified practitioner. And then actually, I just manifested. I forgot about it completely. And then me and Ricky have decided to go to Costa Rica that year, the following year. And when we decided to go and we bought the tickets, after a week, Teal Swan actually posted something that she's doing a completion process training in Costa Rica, literally just before my ticket back to Poland. And so I was like, this is guided, this is amazing. And I literally did the training in December. And afterwards, when I came back for New Year's Eve, I looked at my notebook and my intentions for that year. And I was like, oh my God, I actually intended to be a completion process certified practitioner this year. And it happened without me even remembering about it. It was insane, like insane how it all manifested. But it all manifested without me controlling it. It manifested naturally because it was my path, because it was my soul that wanted me to experience it. I didn't control it. I just had an intention and I just let it go. I completely forgot about it. And I let the universe figure out how it's going to happen. I didn't control anything. I just let the universe unfold. And that's an important thing, right? And the same lady, Layla, which I'm super grateful for. Thank you so much, Layla, if you're watching this. The same lady, my friend, Layla, actually made me meet my other mentor, Bruce Lipton, Dr. Bruce Lipton. And one day she's just, it was actually even before the completion process training. One day she texts me like, hey, I'm hanging out with this guy, Alex Lipton, maybe you know his Uncle Bruce. And I'm like, are you crazy, girl? Bruce Lipton is one of my mentors. I would really love to see him in person. What the hell? And then she sends me a selfie with her and Bruce and Alex. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so envious. It's so good for you. I'm really happy for you. I would love to meet Bruce in person too. And then I kid you not, the next day, she sends me a screenshot of the email that Bruce sent to her. And it said, bring your friend to my seminar in Auckland. I will put you on the list. Come to my seminar. And I'm like, oh my God, Bruce Lipton is inviting me to his seminar through my friend. This is insane. And so I said to Ricky, look, Ricky, we can go to Bali. We need to go to New Zealand first. Bruce Lipton is inviting me. I have to do this. And so we changed our plans a little bit. We went to New Zealand for, I think, like 2 or 3 weeks without planning it earlier. We just like, okay, we need to go to New Zealand. So we went to Auckland and we met Bruce. And I asked Dr. Bruce, I was like, I'm doing this NLP, I'm doing Reiki, but I don't feel like that's my path really. And he's like, go do Psych K training. You're going to love it. And so I trusted. Of course, I trusted my mentor. And after 2 months, I went for a week-long training of Psych K, which is the modality of belief change and working with emotions, with stress, that uses the state of super learning of the brain to release resistance and to harmonize right and left hemisphere of your brain together, which is really crazy modality. Like I love it, I think the most of all. And based on that modality and on completion process and on other work that I've done, I've created my own master manifestation method training to teach you how to do it too. But anyway, let's come back to the story. So I went for the training, and it's crazy how meeting this one lady, Layla, changed my entire career, my entire life, because learning these modalities has been the most powerful thing in my development ever. And in Ricky's development too, because when we met, Ricky was making some money, like a few thousand a month, but sometimes we were at the point that he had to like, you know, really put a lot of energy to providing for himself and us. Like, you know, we were at the point like, okay, our money is out, we need to provide. And after 3.5 years relationship, he literally has passive income coming daily. And so we did a lot of coaching using these modalities for him and for myself as well. And this just skyrocketed my growth. But I didn't control anything. I just set intention. I would like to meet Teal Swan in person. I would like to meet Dr. Bruce Lipton in person. And I just let go and surrendered. And I was just grateful that it happens, however and whenever it needs to happen. And so I managed to manifest seeing these two people, thanks to this one person, Layla. And it's crazy manifestation, right? It's crazy how it works. And it's amazing that I had resources to do that, to go to Costa Rica. I had resources to do the trainings, to pay for it, and to go to London to do my training. And it's just incredible how manifestation works. But so what are the principles here? What are the secrets that enabled me to do this, right? To manifest these things. So I had a clear intention, clear vision. Like I saw myself meeting Teal. I saw myself meeting Bruce in person. I even manifested a individual healing from Teal Swan on the training. Like we did parts work during completion process training. We did parts work when everyone was just doing some other exercises. I came to Teal and I needed support with something, and she did individual session of parts work with me, which is crazy because that's also what I wanted to manifest. Being on her workshops, I always wanted to get healing from her specifically and directly, and I did, because I had no attachment to it. I had no attachment when it's going to happen. I completely surrendered. I was grateful that it happens in the divine timing and divine place. And I was really affirming in the way that I choose this. And I was relaxed about it. I wasn't controlling about it. I had a clear vision. I observed my thoughts and my emotions. So all of these principles of manifestation I'm talking about in my Manifestation Tricks series on YouTube. So check it out. But pretty much you need to know how to affirm in the way that like you really choose this reality, and you don't put out the energy that it's not there yet. Because if you say I will, or I want, or I need, that is putting the energy as if it's not there yet in your reality. But you need to put the energy that it's there and trust that it's there. In the divine time, it's going to come, because time is not really linear in other dimensions. So if you really can embody the energy as if it's already happening, but not being controlling about when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, not overthinking it, not doubting it, Just really setting a clear vision, clear intention, and surrendering to the universe and being grateful for that already happening. And on the way, really loving yourself, knowing that you deserve it, having a strong self-esteem mindset, knowing that you deserve everything that you desire. This is all really important, and self-love is a big part of it, because if you don't love yourself, you're always going to have the voice on the back of your mind telling you that, oh, maybe it's not going to come, or maybe it can come to other person, but it cannot come to me, or maybe I don't deserve this, whatever. But if you really know your worth, if you really know that you're supported by the universe and the universe wants the best for you, then you really can bring your visions into reality. And so really embodying the version of you that you want to be in the future, feeling how this version of you would feel, behaving how this version of you would behave, embodying it really. Because I had no doubt that I'm going to meet Teal Swan or Dr. Bruce Lipton in person. I had zero doubts about it. Zero hesitation, zero undeservability, zero unworthiness. I knew that it's going to happen, just I didn't know when. And then it did happen in the most magical way that put me on a completely different path. And now, thanks to these modalities, I'm a different person. I travel the world wherever I want. I have income that I can provide for myself, doing whatever I want, eating out almost every day because I hate cooking, meeting the most amazing people, playing music, going to the beach daily, traveling wherever my soul desires. It's incredible. And it's all thanks to the inner work that I'm doing. So manifestation is not only about thinking positively and embodying your future self, because there's a lot of resistance that will come on the path that you can see in yourself when you aim higher. Always when you aim higher than you are right now, you need to get out of your comfort zone. And what it means that there's going to be some resistance that you have towards the goal, and some fears that can come up, maybe some unworthiness, maybe some undeservability, or whatever it is that is coming up. But when you set a higher goal, then you are allowing the resistance to come. You're allowing the fears and all these things that are on the path of you manifesting this vision, and you're working with these emotions. You're accepting them. You're going back to childhood experiences, to the original memories that created this feeling within you on the first place, and then working through the layers of emotions that are on the way of your manifestation. Then when there is no resistance within you, it comes into your reality in the most aligned way. But resistance is something that we need to handle first. That's like the most crucial thing. Because if, for example, you have never run an event, and I'm going to tell you, look, in 2 weeks, you need to run an event for like 10 people. You're going to be like, oh my God, what's happening? Like, I need to do this, I need to do that. I'm scared. How am I going to speak or whatever? But this is amazing that it's coming up, because if you set a goal and then you can see what is coming up, right? All the fears, all the resistance that you have, and then you can work through it. At some point, you're going to be at peace with it, with this goal, right? So let's aim higher in our manifestations. And we're always going to have desires. We're always going to aim higher. But when we can use these principles of manifestation, allowing the universe to bring things into our reality, having a clear vision, then we can really manifest smoother and easier. And the ease of manifestation is not about not having challenges at all. The ease of manifestation is about accepting the shadow. Because the more you can accept the shadow that comes up, the more you can accept the resistance that comes up and allow yourself to go to the deepest layers of this resistance, the easier it will all manifest, because the ease comes from acceptance. The ease doesn't come from not having any problems. There is never going to be a point in your life that you're going to have zero problems or zero challenges. There's always going to be something, right? Because we're always going to have higher desires. So there's always going to be something. But then if we can accept anything that comes our way, any emotion, any situation, any relationship, anything, and treat it as growth experience, then manifestation can feel easy to us rather than feel difficult. So I hope that this perspective helps, and I hope that this story inspires you as well, and that you know that you are a powerful manifestor, and you can literally manifest anything you want in your life if you just put your energy into it, your focus, and if you just know step by step how to do it. And I can teach you more about it. And I have a few offerings as well that I want to share with you. For the time being that I'm recording this, I have a 101 manifestation journey where in 28 days we dive really deep into your goal, into the resistance that you have, into the beliefs that you have about achieving this goal. And I'm teaching you how to do this, how to manifest your goal into reality, and guiding you, facilitating your growth so that you can become a vibrational match to what you want. And I also have created a master manifestation method that I am running an online training for, teaching you how to work with your beliefs using the state of super learning of a brain, where we can transform a belief literally within minutes, because we're balancing hemispheres of the brain during different postures and movements of the body. And also I'm teaching you how to work with childhood experiences that are blocking you from what you desire, going back to the memories that are really like starting these emotions that have been the origin of our feelings right now. Because think about it, our emotions, like negative emotions, have started somewhere. We're not born with all this shame, with all these things, right? I mean, we can be born with it because our parents might have felt this, so we are absorbing it already in the womb. But it has happened at some point in our life that we felt a specific negative emotion. So we need to go back to all these original memories and resolve it. And that's going to have a domino effect on all other situations in our life. Even in adulthood that we've had, it always starts somewhere. So when we can resolve these original memories, it literally resolves all the other teenage and adult memories automatically. It's crazy how it works. And then I teach you how to get conscious of your patterns, of your personality type, of your thoughts and your actions, so that they can be aligned with what you want to manifest in your life. And then I teach you also how to tap to your super conscious mind, to your soul, so that your goals are not only coming from your mind, but from your heart, from your essence, from who you are here to be, from the soul perspective. So this is the master manifestation method online training that I have for you, and I'm super excited to share this with you. So if you're interested to know more, you can find me on Instagram. It's karolina.kuraj, Karolina with K and then .kuraj. That's my Instagram. You can also find me through the old Instagram, The Connection Catalyst. That's maybe easier for you to type. And you can contact me at theconnectioncatalyst@gmail.com if you want to know more details, more about how I work. If you want to know more of my manifestation stories, you can also find me on YouTube, Connection Catalyst. And I really hope that this episode will inspire you, because it's not about, you know, boasting about how I manifested everything. It's about empowering you to know, because I believe in you. And it's about empowering you to know that you can manifest your dreams too. You can manifest things that you want smoothly and easily with grace, if you just know how to do it step by step, and if you have tools that help you reprogram yourself, reprogram your mindset, your beliefs, your emotions, your stress that you have inside. And I'm here to teach you and empower you to do so. So thank you so much for listening, for being here with me, and I wish you all the best to manifest your dreams, and sending you massive manifestation power. Thank you so much.